Hello again, Lucy and Conrad and Caleb. Are y'all ready to continue the story about the cosmic yet earthly battle between the Thing and Silver Surfer? All right, I'm ready. Let's go. All right. Remember the last time in the battle, the Silver Surfer increased his energy to atomic strength. Wow, and he's glowing red. Let's see what all this means for the battle. He says, now even you would not dare attack me. Don't bet on it, kiddo, says the Thing, and I wouldn't bet on it either. There ain't nothing I won't tackle where Alicia is concerned. Zit! And even as he tries to strike the Silver Surfer, the power of the atomic energy repels him. I'm the prize chump of all time. He's turning himself into a walking atom bomb, and it's all on account of me. I've been so busy having a temper tantrum that I forget the biggest danger of all. He ain't human. He don't even know what he's doing. He can probably blow up this whole hunk of geography without half trying. And that means Alicia and everyone else will go sky high with it. It's up to me to get him out of here and fast. The jet cycle, it's my only chance. And so he hops on the jet cycle. Shoosh! A few frantic seconds later, and the Thing thinks he's turned himself into a solid hunk of energy coming after me like a crazy comet. I gotta throw this gizmo into full rocket speed and hope I can stay ahead of him long enough to think of something. So here goes nothing. Click! Shoosh! So he puts on speed. Foom! He's off. Now he's tossing some kind of energy bombs ahead of me, but I gotta keep going. Foom! Whoops! Foom! Energy bombs going off. Whoops! I'm going backwards. All right, sorry. He's turned into his old surfing self again, and he looks stronger than ever. His blasted board came out of nowhere to zip under his feet. So what happens next? Now, rash human, says the surfer, you shall learn what it means to challenge one who had been the mighty herald of Galactus himself. Rop! And so he throws a punch at the Thing who's being knocked around. If that's the best you can do, Whitey, forget it. You ain't exactly playing Potsy with no campfire girl. And so he's managed to stay on his cycle. And he thinks, at least I managed to get him over here to the warehouse district where no one's liable to get hurt, we hope. Except maybe the Thing. We hope not. What manner of being are you to thus defy the power of the Silver Surfer? Long enough have I toyed with you. The time has come to end this senseless travesty. If that's the best you can do, you should have stuck with Galactus. Crack. And so the surfer bonks the Thing clear through that wall. Hear me, human. I grow weary of this endless battle. The ways of Earthmen are still far beyond my own comprehension, he says as he peers through the big hole that he just created with the Thing. Yeah, well, here's where I finish your education, Romeo, and I'll start by wrapping this crummy board around that scrawny neck of yours. Then you will not listen to reason? Asks the surfer. Sure I will, after I've done clobbering you. And so the Thing reaches out and grabs the surfboard. Gimme that board. I said, gimme it. I'm going to see how good you are without it. You busted my jet cycle when you slammed me through that wall, so before I plaster you all over the landscape, I'm going to do the same thing to this overgrown ironing board of yours. So he grabs it and wrestles with it. Do you think he can break the Silver Surfer's surfboard? Not likely. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens, because we're going to go back to Johnny and Wyatt and the monster. If we stay away too long from Johnny and Wyatt, you're liable to forget where we left off with them, and we wouldn't want that to happen. Hold it, Wyatt, says Johnny. If you hear anything, I'll flame on and have a look-see. No, says Wyatt, I am more experienced at tracking an unseen foe, Johnny. This tranquilizer rifle can handle anything I may find. And so Wyatt goes off on his own. I was right. There is something just ahead. Beyond the rocky boulder, I can hear it breathing. Anything that breathes so hard, it must be enormous. Well, we see the shadow. We know it's enormous. Heavy padded paws coming closer. It's about to lunge. But the tranquilizer shell will stop it no matter what. Here it comes. I've got to... Oh no! It moved too fast. It grabbed the gun barrel. And then here comes Johnny. I thought I heard the sound of a struggle. Hang on, Wyatt. I'll take care of him. It's some sort of beast. I can't see him clearly, but he's got the gun in his jaws. I've never known such an iron grip. Well, that's how it got his name. Jaws, iron grip, it can't be, but it is, it is. Wyatt, stop struggling. It's okay. Everything is all right. It's Crystal's dog. He's come from the Inhumans. It's Lockjaw. Did y'all know that? Did y'all remember Crystal's big dog Lockjaw that can teleport? Grrr. And Wyatt says, he is well named, my friend. I guess so. He's got his jaw locked around that gun. Lockjaw, it's me, Johnny. You know me, boy. You know me. I don't know how he did it, but he did. He freed himself. He managed to get through the negative barrier, which is holding Crystal and the others prisoner. But then, says Wyatt, if he was able to break through the barrier, of course, says Johnny, it means there is a way. There has to be. Lockjaw has the power to travel between dimensions, to transport himself anywhere. All we've got to do is learn his secret, find a way to follow him. Says Wyatt, that may be more difficult than it sounds, Johnny. And now we're going to switch our scene back again to the Thing, who's still wrestling with that surfboard. Speaking of things that are difficult, let's return once more to raging, frustrated, blue-eyed Ben Grimm. I don't get it. I can tear a brick building apart with my bare hands, or peel the sides of a battleship off like steel banana skin. But I can't even make a dent in this one crummy sawed-off plank. Of course you cannot, answers the surfer. That is no merely earthly artifact you struggle with. It was spawned among the distant stars. Your mortal brain could never begin to comprehend its cosmic power. It is more than merely a means of transportation. It is truly a part of me, and I a part of it. Thrip! And so with a wave of his hand, it escapes the Thing's grasp. Now that you realize how futile it is to attack me, I don't realize nothing. How much more proof do you need? More than you could ever dish out, mister. Okay, big shot, we've been playing it your way up till now. I've been listening to all your fancy talk about your cosmic energy, and that nutty surfboard and how much better you are than a Earth Joes, but now I'm going to start making the lecture. My way. Moving like some giant living dynamo, the unconquerable thing raises one of the mightiest fists in existence. Boom! And hammers it down upon the warehouse roof with the mind-staggering force of 100 pile drivers. Boom! A split second later, the entire roof gives way, collapsing under the force of a blow whose power defies any mere mortal description. Happy landings, Buttercup. How come you ain't bragging now? Crack, rumble, and the whole roof caves in. If that ain't enough to make him wish he'd never set eyes on Alicia, I'll feed him the rest of the joint for dessert. Rack! So he grabs the building and tosses it down on the surfer. You blasted big-talking space pirate! Thought you could come in out of the blue and shoot me down with Alicia, did you? Figured you could sweet-talk her away from a slob like me, huh? Don't go away. You ain't seen nothing yet. Bam! Boy, the thing is so angry he's destroying that whole building. It's a good thing it's abandoned. But suddenly, a long, pliable arm reaches out, grabbing the steel-sinewed wrist of Ben Grimm like a coiled snake. Who is it? We know who it is. Hold it, Ben, says Mr. Fantastic. Hold it. You don't know what you're doing, fella. Thwip. Stay out of this stretch. It ain't none of your business, so leggo. I'm making it my business, Ben, says Reed. Alicia phoned us, sick with worry. She begged us to find you, to bring you to your senses, if you have any left. Sue says we've been searching for you in that police helicopter. Now simmer down and let me explain. Explain what? Get that chip off your shoulder, big fella, before I knock it off. And you've got me itching to do it, too. I thought you were in love with Alicia, but instead, you've left her crying her eyes out. Sure, says Thing, over that crummy Silver Surfer. Oh, no, Ben, no, says Sue. When are you going to grow up, Grim, or are you trying to prove you're really as dumb as you look? The surfer doesn't mean anything to Alicia. He's not even human. She felt sorry for him. That's all. It's you she's worried about. She was afraid you'd be injured, fighting over nothing. Thing says, I wouldn't let no one talk to me like you just did, mister. Unless, maybe, I knew, deep down, that you're right. At that very moment, a thunderous shower of concrete debris is hurled upward from the gaping hole in the demolished building below. Look out! Baroom! Well, I know who's coming back into the fight. It's the Silver Surfer, says Sue, when the incredible holocaust subsides. Mr. Fantastic realizes he was beneath all the rubble. He hurled it all from him with his own natural power. Here, let me give you a hand. You look exhausted. Silver Surfer admits, I am weary. Well, at least the thing could tire him out. Now listen, Ben, says Reed. We've been friends for life. I'd give my life for you, and you know it. But, you big blister-brained baboon, if you don't apologize to him for acting like a misanthropic madman, I'll show you what clobbering really means. All right, I get the message. I acted like a chump. Silver Surfer says, please, it does not matter. You don't know how lucky you are, Ben, says Reed. He only used a fraction of his power against you. He didn't want to hurt you. He just wanted to protect himself. He still doesn't even know the reason for your bone-headed attack. Do not argue amongst yourselves, says the surfer. There is still much I must learn about human behavior. Perhaps I am as much to blame for giving offense without cause. Let me do what I can to make amends. That which energy can destroy, energy can rebuild. Therefore, I shall bathe the demolished jet cycle with an intercosmic energizer bolt. Zip! And look, for the love of Mike, says the thing, the cycle's good as new again. Man, I wish I had that kind of power for when a car breaks down. Reed says, it's the most incredible exhibition of molecular reconstruction one could imagine. Sheesh, says the thing. Can't you ever just say, holy smoke, and let it go at that? Suddenly, the star-spawned surfboard zooms up from the debris as the uncanny Silver Surfer leaps upon it with one almost effortless motion. I had thought my journeying was over, but I was wrong. There was still so much more I must learn about the incredible human race. Whit! Here comes the board. The surfer jumps on it, and he's gone. Thank heaven, says Sue, everything is all right again. All right, asks the thing. Not for me it ain't. How will I ever make up with Alicia? The surfer said, I heard what you said. Perhaps I can help you. Give those to the one you call Alicia. It is a parting gift to you both from the Silver Surfer. Thip! It's a bunch of flowers. Well, that's another good power to have. Man, just to create a bouquet of flowers out of nowhere. He's gone, says the thing, but sooner or later he'll be coming back. And when he comes, what's gonna happen then? Well, we won't know until it happens. And so we'll see what happens when the Silver Surfer returns to the Fantastic Four adventures. But next, the story is titled To Free the Inhumans. But I don't see any Inhumans in this picture. All I see is a new enemy for the Fantastic Four. And look at his name. Y'all can read that name, can't you? It's Klaw, the murderous master of sound. So Klaw now has a weapon out of his arm that evidently creates sound that has captured Sue, the Thing, and Mr. Fantastic. Well, that will make a very interesting story when we come back next time. All right? Did you enjoy this story about the battle between the Thing and Silver Surfer? Even though it was not necessary at all, it was very unfortunate that the Thing got angry over nothing, but it at least created a great story for us to read about. What a battle. All right, we'll have another battle to enjoy next time. Love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.